All right, boys. Well, let's have a look at an absolute bombshell that EA have dropped for FC25 coming out in a couple of days in terms of their newest pitch notes. There's apparently a bunch of information. I was doing a sponsored stream on eFootball and having a blast on that game, if I'm completely honest with you guys. So I missed the first hour of this drop of information, but I wanted to get out my thoughts on all the crazy news. Apparently there's changes to champs, to qualifying. They're given dates for early access and web app, which I think is going to show right here, which is super cool. So let's just get into it. First bit of information is early access. Kickoff when you can jump onto FC. Companion and web app launch. Starting from the 19th of September, you'll be able to kickstart your Football Ultimate Team on the web, with a refreshed companion app dropping on the 20th of September. So we actually get given a day. Instead of us guessing and sitting having to refresh spam the hell out of the web app on what everyone was telling us with the 18th of September, we now know, and I almost guarantee you it'll be the 19th at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. It'll be a slow rollout on the 19th, right? So we'll be playing Football Manager, and then whenever people start officially confirming that the web app is live and ready to go, we'll then switch over to the web app to start our FC25 Ultimate Team Poor Man Road to Glory grind. So that's pretty cool, though. That they give us an actual concrete day. That makes me very, very happy with, honestly. Early access launch. If you've pre-ordered Ultimate Edition, which, again, you guys can just pre-order it on the 20th and make EA sweat. You do not need to pre-order the game anytime before that. If you're on PC like me, you just get the game for free at the earliest possible time with EA Play Pro, which is a big advantage to PC gamers, of course. And then the worldwide global launch is the 27th of September, of course, which is the start of the 40-hour charity stream, as always. And this is our 10th annual 40-hour charity stream for cancer research. These shirts are available for sale if you guys are interested, with the new double-sided setup. Hopefully you guys are hyped up about it. This is the pink one, and then this is the all black beautiful setup. Absolutely love it. So that's all available for the charity stream as well, boys, if you guys wanted to get your early orders in. But the 27th of September, global launch of FC, of course, the start of our 40-hour charity stream every year. So FC Season 1 Total Rush. In FC25, we want to bring seasons to more players by expanding them beyond Football Ultimate Team, extending them to career mode and clubs. Okay, so they're going to be putting content into career mode and clubs, which I suppose, if you're my son, you're excited about, because I don't let him play Ultimate Team because of all the gambling, but he is allowed to play clubs, he is allowed to play career mode, he is allowed to play seasons with his friends and whatnot as well. So now he gets to be a part of an actual season update. Ultimate Team players... FC season will look and feel familiar. Focus on delivering the same level of Ultimate Team rewards. Okay. Okay. Anything particularly crazy here? So there you go. Ultimate Team clubs and manager career. So we've tuned FC seasons so that you'll be able to earn all of a mode's specific rewards by playing just in that mode. If you love playing offline, take your team to glory in career mode. You won't be forced to jump online in clubs or Ultimate Team to earn the high-level career rewards. So that's cool. That's nice. For those, again, like I said, like my kid that's not allowed to play Ultimate Team because of the gambling and him being too young, or maybe some of you guys that just don't like online play, that's a nice little change. In seasons, we want to make sure that if you do choose to jump into FC mode, in FC24 with an Ultimate Team exclusive season, if you wanted to jump into another mode, you might have felt that would come at the cost of building your Ultimate Team. So new seasons, FC25, if you're loving Rush and want to check out how you and your friends would fare in an 11v11 arena, you can jump over and use any club's rewards you might have already earned, which is pretty sweet. Again, very, very cool. SP seasons points, which are awarded for completing objectives in any specific modes. Okay, so there you go. You get an idea of the reward set. Okay. So season rewards were special when they're connected to campaigns happening in Ultimate Team. Now let's discuss some of the new rewards in FC season as we look at Season 1 Total Rush. So variety items, an 82 by 3, 84, 83 by 5. So we're kind of back. These are high level. So looks like there's going to be a lot of meaningless kit content and whatnot, background stadium content as you go up the seasons, right? And then things will progressively get better as we go 6 to 8 months into the game. The season rewards will be a lot more filled with players and packs and less with season vanity items or whatnot, which is, I guess, good. So Total Rush is a brand new season and campaign concept that emphasizes social play and teamwork through objectives across FC. In addition, we'll provide new player items well suited to Rush. On the 11th of October, the Total Rush campaign will celebrate dream picks from some famous faces who bring together their styles and skills to unlock new combinations suited to the small-sided game. Throughout the 6 weeks of Season 1 Total Rush, players will be able to progress towards the first Total Rush quartet. Ryan Gauld from the Whitecaps. Yo, that's actually sick. That's cool, man. Gauldy is a baller for I almost said for Leeds, for the Vancouver Whitecaps, man. I love watching that guy play in the stadium. Creating dedicated places to compete with unique rewards and improving incentives to play with them is a focus of ours as we head into FC25. We heard your feedback. Experience over the course of the year can begin to feel stale, particularly if you're coming up against the same lineup, game in and game out. True. In FC25, introducing brand new concepts, the World Tour. Starting in Spain, home of the European Men's Champions, will deliver a unique regional experience each and every season. Each season will look to deliver a range of nation or league-themed content to help you build your World Tour squad. In Season 1, you'll be able to take your Spanish squad into the One Nation Live Friendly. In addition, keep an eye out for weekly objectives themed around La Liga and Spanish players. Throughout the season, you'll be able to add even more Spanish La Liga superstars to your club. Okay. Squad Foundation players will provide 2 league chemistry points instead of the standard 1. Okay, so you get chemistry points now with Squad Foundation players, giving you greater flexibility when building new squads. Very cool. So it looks like there's already going to be an 88 Adama Traore to ruin everybody's brains. Mode reward changes. So this is, I think, an interesting set of changes here. So, unique mode identities. In recent years, the purpose behind some of our modes was beginning to converge. We think changes we are making to how you play and how you will be rewarded will help reestablish a unique identity for each mode. Play at your level. We want to ensure that players are more consistently finding matches that provide the right level of competition. Reward elite play. So for the top tier players, I feel like Champs has not been rewarding for a very long time. This is one that was the top of mind in FC24. On reflection, we think we got to a good spot with this one over the course of the year, but missed the mark for launch. Okay, I mean, hey, well done that EA are... Again, it's pitch notes, and let's believe it when we see it, but this is, I mean, as always, seems like they're listening to our feedback. Whether or not they actually listen to our feedback, we won't know until later on in the season. Connected rewards. Important that rewards feel connected to what's happening in Ultimate Team, so we'll be focusing on delivering frequent updates to keep more rewards relevant throughout the cycle. Okay, so we won't have to maybe wait until Team of the Season for rewards to change, so that's pretty cool. Champions. In FC25, we're positioning champions as the pinnacle of high-stakes competitive matchups. We want rewards in and accessibility to champs to reflect that. Last year, we think we made the Champions Finals too accessible, particularly for lower skill players. Oh, the bots, I feel like, in the chat are going to be very upset about this. Very upset about this. As a result, many players went on extended losing streaks, oh, for sure, and Champions rewards didn't reach their full potential. That little part is BS. Basically, they just don't want average Joes to get good rewards, which is fair. I do not think FUT Champs should be a participation reward game mode. It should be the highest level of competitive play. Participation reward game modes should be like squad battles, live friendlies, rush, I guess. That's that type of stuff. But high-level rivals should not be a participation game mode, and high-level FUT Champs, or FUT Champs in general, is not meant to be a participation game mode, which I know will not be a popular message from me towards my viewer base. I'm sure you guys probably don't like that, but I don't know. That's just my opinions on it. Playoffs. Your gateway into champs. As a gateway into champs finals, we're looking to reduce the role that playoffs play each week. In FC25, we're lowering the number of games needed to qualify finals to 3 out of 5 wins, down from 4 out of 10. That's mad. So you have 5 less games to get 1 less win, essentially. That's crazy. Reducing the number of games will make playoffs match feel competitive with more on the line, helping with 2 key ways. Players of a higher skill level, it'll make the process of qualifying for finals faster. For players of a lower skill level, it'll make playoffs a better reflection of your finals experience, ensuring that you'll only qualify for champs finals once you're ready to be competitive. Again, I know that you guys don't like the sound of that. Playoffs being competitive is going to suck for all of us, me included, especially because I'll probably get stream sniped for those 5 games, because a lot of the top tier players usually wait for streamers to get their games in to try and hand them losses, right? So it's going to be a nightmare for me on the poor man road to glory, but I would rather it be harder, and then hopefully the rewards reflect that. Once again, the problem the last 3 or 4 years in champs is the rewards have been so flat across doing poor and doing really well that champs rewards do not reflect a flex in the game. And this is what they're trying to fix, right? I could have a bunch of great red players, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that I am a great player. I mean, you guys saw some of my best rewards were from Silver 1 in previous years or 11 wins. Whereas all the times we went rank 1 in champs, and all the times the infinite amount of times we went rank 3, let's even say, in champs, I never got anything good. So like all those crazy finishes, you can't then go back into Ultimate Team and have that quote unquote flex on people, because people that are very average at the game get the same type of rewards. So if they make it harder to get into champs, I'm hoping that, and I think I've kind of seen a little bit of spoilers online before we even get into this, I am hoping then that also means that they've upped the rewards in champs, right? For the higher finishes. Because, I mean, if you are getting into champs and then getting a good finish against top tier players that are getting 3 out of 5 wins or 5 out of 5 wins, right? You should be reflected in some cool rewards, or a chance at some cool rewards, right? To help facilitate the above, we're making first-time playoff qualification more challenging versus FC24. For players in lower divisions, playoff qualification will feel like a major milestone, whereas players in higher divisions will consistently be able to jump into playoffs each week. In addition, with playoffs being harder compared to last year, you'll have 10 additional attempts each season to enter into playoffs, bringing the total seasonal entries to 18. So, I haven't seen anybody that's moaning about how hard it is to get into playoffs talk about that. You basically go from barely having 1 chance a week to get into champs to now having 2 to 3 chances a week to get into champs. I mean, that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's a perfect bit of yin and yang, if you will. So if you bottle it, you don't get your 3 wins. You then got to grind and get your champs qualifications again and try again. So you do have plenty of chances. And look, I'm talking as someone that might not make it into champs the first couple of weeks, especially because I run a poor man road to glory, right? So, and that's okay. Elite, Div 1 and 2 players will be the only ones in champs, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. 99% of the people I play in champs every week because I get stream sniped are like elite level players anyways. So I guarantee you my level of experience in champs will not change at all. It'll still just be demons every single game. Whether I'm on 9 wins or 16 wins, it's gonna be demons. Whether I'm on 2-0 in champs, 10-0 in champs, or 2-8 in champs, it's always demons, at least in Western Canada. So I don't think this is going to affect anything. It's just going to be hard no matter what, and I don't disagree with it. I don't disagree with it. Right? So here's hoping that these are the right changes. I think this is... I will say I didn't know that this was coming. That 10 additional attempts each season to get into playoffs. I think that's actually a good add-on. Still really hard to get into champs, but you are given multiple opportunities if you care enough to try and grind and get into champs. So you grind, you get better, you bottle it, you grind, you get better, you go again, you bottle it, you grind, you get better, you go again. Maybe now you get your 3 wins and you're probably a lot more prepared to get smashed for 20 games or whatever. I think it's 15 games or whatever it is. For some players, playoffs was a popular arena each week to experiment with new teams and players. As we reflect on all our modes, we think that the matchmaking changes announced for live friendlies will better meet this need in FC25. And again, for most of us that enjoy grinding this game, even content creators, I took playoffs as a place to use like all my weird teams, my lead squads, right? It was not serious at all. Most of the time we'd go 4 or 5-0 without even having to try with dead teams. I think now, truly, we're going to consider if you even want to bother with champs, it has to be a true sweat experience. Like, you're just going to have to be like, all right, guys, look, poor man road to glory. Let's lock in for 3 games in playoffs, 2 games in playoffs. Let's see if we can get 2 wins. Get our best team together, our best tactics, lock in, not fool around, and then boom. If it goes well, great. If it doesn't go well, let's take a break. We'll go faff about in friendlies or in the rush mode, get a couple of objectives done. And I think that's going to be a good thing, right? I think that's going to be a good thing. So anyways, finals. The pinnacle of high-stakes competition. Changes to playoffs will mean that the average skill of champs players will increase year on year. With this increased level of competition, top finishes in champs finals will earn you significantly improved rewards compared to FC24. We'll be looking at better differentials, the type of rewards you see in champs and rivals. As an example of the changes you can expect, below you can see Season 1 rewards for players achieving Rank 1 in champs. And what is Rank 1? 200k coins, a tradable 85x10 and a tradable 84x10, an untradeable icon pack. What a W. Untradeable 89x2 and an untradeable 82x30. That's so good. I mean, bro, if you're if you're going against basically elite rivals players and you are getting 16-0, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's actually a great upgrade for good Ultimate Team players. I like that. We want to provide the best performing players with more ways to show off their achievements in game. One way that players will be able to do this is through seasonally exclusive club customization options only available to players with highest champs final ranks. In Season 1, those rewards will be club nickname, Invincibles, rank 1 exclusive, celebration, the flex. God, what's this going to be? Ranks 1 to 3.
Match, just what they were hoping for.
Now, the only thing I don't like is that is just an old celebration that they've now turned into an exclusive champ celebration. I genuinely would have rather they created a whole new celebration. Do you guys not agree? Wouldn't you have rather they do a whole new celebration than just bringing back an old celly? I like this, but why not have it be like almost a toxic one? Honestly, man, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but like a shush to the center line into a dab would be utterly hilarious. I would hate every single person that would do that against me, but at the same time, I think the comedy that would come from it would be absolutely awesome. Imagine, dude. A shush to the center line and then a dab spam. See, I don't know. I feel like that would be hilarious. But anyways, we'll move on. I'm kidding, by the way. I would honestly punch my screen if that happened. Similar to playoffs, we'll be reducing the total number of matches by 5, which will raise the stakes of each match and reduce the amount of time needed to finish a champs run. We'll also be simplifying the point system in champs finals to help you better track what you need to achieve each rank. Each win will earn you 1 point, with no points awarded for a loss. That will stop the absolute... And by the way, can I just give myself and Nep and a few others, some of us, some credit here? Because how many times have we said, stop giving people points for quitting games? When someone quits at a draw, you give them a point towards their champs finish, whereas the person that's in the game willing to play and battering the guy gets nothing. They have to restart their game. So that is a big W. That will stop people just being toxic and quitting at a draw because they get nothing anyways from it. Will it stop people entirely? Probably not, because people are scumbags, but that is a good change towards stopping people from doing that, right? Which is great. So wins are the only things that get you points. And look at that. A win towards the points is a great change. So rank 1, oh my, rank 1 is undefeated, by the way. There's no more 19-1 rank 1 rewards. I like it. Do you understand how few people are going 15-0? So once again, everyone losing their mind about how good the rewards are, I do not think it's a bad thing at all, man. 15-0 against basically elite level rivals players is huge. Like, that is an actual achievement nowadays. Right? That is massive. And of course, disconnect losses, cheaters, it's going to be a big problem, boys. It's going to be a big problem. So rank 2, 13 wins. Rank 3, 11 wins. So I wonder, like, is rank 3 the 16 win type of rewards as well? Is rank 4 14 wins? Is rank 5 the 11 wins? I don't know. I don't know how things are going to go. We'll have to see on the Poor Man Road to Glory, man. I am going to try my best, guys, on the RTG. I will. We're going to try and build a God Squad for playoffs and champs. We'll build a Leeds Evo team for rivals and rush and that type of thing. And then for the course of the year, we'll also have the dream team set up too. Not just elite, but top elite with 1100 skill rating will be getting rank 1. I mean, of course. I don't know if you're listening to what I'm saying, really, but... Are you starting this Friday? Of course I'm starting this Friday, brother. How would I not be starting a Road to Glory? I'm going to be starting the Road to Glory when it's available for us to play, 100%. 15-0 with the Leeds team. Well, last year is the first time I've never gotten rank 1 or haven't gotten rank 1 in an ultimate team series. We've gotten rank 1 or elite 1, you know, back when they came out with champs every single year. I think this next year it's safe to say I will not be getting rank 1. I genuinely don't even think rank 2 will be possible. I think our dreams will be set for rank 3 and then we'll adjust as we get there. Do you guys think like a rank 5 or rank 4 is it? Oh man, it's going to be very interesting, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Anyhow, Division Rivals, everyday destination for online competitive play. So this will kind of be where we test out our squad in preparation for champs the next week. As you can see in the champs section, your rivals will play a key role in helping you qualify. Back in August, covered including draws, checkpoints, relegation, legacy placements. With a large fan base, tricky to get the balance right for everyone as we think about the right number of matches for weekly rewards. Agree. As you can imagine, there's a vastly different number of average matches played in Elite Division versus Division 8 each season. True. FC25 are increasing the number of wins required for weekly rewards from 3 to 5 and for upgraded rewards from 7 to 15. Once again, I know you guys are going to get mad about this, but I believe EA again turned Rivals way too casual, way too meaningless. I think, at least for the first 3 to 4 months, Rivals is going to be a testing ground and a practice ground to prep myself for playoffs and then champs. I like that. I genuinely like that. Now, will I like that in 2 to 3 months when maybe we're in elite rivals and I have to try and get 15 wins for rewards against the elite psychos that I'm then going to have to play again in champs a few days later? Maybe not. Maybe not. But overall, I think this is actually a good change. I really do. It's going to bring back the meaning of rivals rewards as well. And again, my only hope is that EA goes back to the fun modes being friendlies and rush. All of these changes are going to be fucking meaningless if friendlies and rush are a skill-based matchmaking that pits you against people within your rivals section. If they go to form-based or random matchmaking in friendlies and in rush, where you can have fun, do a lot of your evos, test out weird players against a random amount of difficulty opponents, some elite level, some noobs like Zway, some average players like me or Nep type of thing, that would be great. But if they do all of this, and then in friendlies and in freaking rush, you're playing against elite rivals players if you're in rivals, I'm going to hate EA with a passion. So maybe they explain that down below. Hopefully they do. We're also moving from win system to point system to ensure draws count towards your progress each week. Good. Wait. Weekly rewards. Number of wins required from weekly rewards from 3 to 5 and 7 to 15. But I mean, it's not just weekly rewards anymore. It's points. Right? So I've kept the above in wins for an easier comparison. Ah, okay. So 5 wins equals 15 points. 15 wins equals 45 points. And is a draw a point then? I'm confused. This change will allow you to substantially increase the value of rewards and rivals. As an example below, you can see the upgrade weekly rewards for Elite Division. 75,000 coins, 2 tradable 85 plus picks. Untradeable 75 gold rare player pack? Yo! Okay, again, hear me out. You remember how much grinding you had to do on a Road to Glory in the menus to build up your club full of players to put back into the grind? This is another... I swear to God, it's like EA watches me and Nep, maybe a few other content creators, do the menu grind and make our points. Like, oh my God, look at how much you have to grind to get this amount of rare players to put into this system. They're now once again rewarding you if you play the game more. This is great, guys. My point being that you can now focus on getting really good at the game, getting into elite rivals, getting just your 15 wins and your practice in for champs, and then they give you basically packs that just stack your club full of players so that if you want to do the SBC grind, you can do the SBC grind of the 82 plus packs that are available or whatever, instead of doing the infinite grind that I show you guys to do on the Road to Glory, where you got to do your bronzes, your League SBC grind, your silver upgrade grind, into your gold upgrades, then into your gold 2 players, and into that. If you care about gameplay, but you also care about the intelligent menu grind, EA have basically said, hey, instead of spending 4 to 5 hours a day in the menus to get these X amount of players that you can then put into good SBCs, play the gameplay for the 4 to 5 hours, get the packs, open them, and then put those players into the good grind. That's huge. That's actually, honestly, that's actually a W, guys. And trust me, I'm not sponsored by EA. Like I said, I'm always going to critique EA Sports when they do dumb shit, and I will praise them when they make good changes. Every single one of these changes are good. Why? Because it rewards people that play the goddamn gameplay, which is how long have we said, I want to be rewarded for playing gameplay. Just like in eFootball, the game is fun to play fundamentally. I don't want to just be infinitely in the menus. This now rewards the guys, you guys maybe that are gameplay guys instead of just straight up menu guys. It gives multiple avenues now to build your club up. You can do it via gameplay and actually get 75 rare gold players and 50 or a non-rare and a tradable 50 rare gold player. Like, this is actually kind of a W, boys. It seriously is. It seriously is. Now, again, we're just talking about changes towards rewards and packs and the grind. Of course, everything circles back to if the gameplay is good, the meta is forever changing, the speed of play is actually good, there's no delay, defending is rewarding for manual defending, AI isn't overly abused. Of course, everything will fundamentally funnel back to, down to, or circle back to the gameplay's got to be good for any of this to matter. But my point is, at least this is rewarding for the people that do find the gameplay fun. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. It's taking me forever to get to my point, but that is kind of what I'm trying to get at here is the fact that they've done right, in my opinion, by the rewards being beneficial to those that enjoy gameplay instead of just menu grind. At the same time, we're overhauling the rank requirements. We're going to streamline rivals reward options into one single option per tier in each division that will feature a balance of Ultimate Team coins, tradable and untradeable rewards. We want to focus our time on creating exciting rewards, not on trying to balance them across 33 different categories, which slowed down the number of rival rewards we refreshed we could deliver in the past. So they've kind of explained right there as to why, and maybe it's just bullshit from EA, but nevertheless, I appreciate them being open. This gives you a window into maybe why it takes them so long to update the rewards content, because there are 33 different categories that they got to think about. They got to think, okay, there's 3 different tiers in Division 10 for rewards, and then there's, okay, it's got to be slightly better but not terrible in Division 9, and then Division 4 has got to be quite a bit better, but then Elite's got to be a lot better, right? That's actually another fair assessment, man. Maybe they've got a bunch of new guys in the communications team, but this is good. This is good. So now we hold them accountable to this, though, right? Hey, EA, why is it freaking Team of the Year 4 months down the road and you guys haven't changed rewards whatsoever, right? They can't be telling us this before the game launches to try and bait you guys all into pre-ordering and buying the game, and then when the game is actually out, they just go radio silent and don't do anything, right? So now we got to hold them accountable to this type of stuff. Hey, EA, month into the game. Month into the game. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on. Get to work. All right, good stuff. Anyways, squad battles. So squad battles, is it going to be worth to play? I don't know. I want to get better at the game. We're going to, guys, I'm telling you right now, the Poor Man Road to Glory this year, I'm going to try to have it be the most successful Poor Man Road to Glory ever. What does that mean? A top tier Evo'd Leeds team and a top tier God squad for rivals, playoffs, champs, and a top tier dream team. Dream team being Cruyff, Schneider, Messi, Ronaldo, maybe Dino. Hullet and Cruyff, always my dream team combos. Backline, most likely going to be Fonzie, Zambrotta. Defensively, maybe the best options, the best possible versions of Ramos and Virgil van Dijk, or, you know, Maldini or something in there. In goal, I'd love for it to be Meslier, but it'll probably have to be Van der Sar again, right? So we are going to try and do crazy as successful as possible. So I really want to take every avenue of the game. Like, guys, I'm not splitting up the grind anymore. We're not doing a 2-hour-a-day road to glory and then a 6-hour-a-day poor man road to glory. Like, I'm not doing a dad to glory. We're going old school. We are putting all of our eggs in one basket. Poor man road to glory. Obviously, no FC point grind. None of that crap. None of that garbage. Just the old school, you know, 2013 Nick 2018 Poor Man Road to Glory, where we put everything into trying to have the best possible no money account the way I want to consume it, which is building a God squad that is a Leeds Evo team and a God Dream team, and trying to get rank 1 in champs. I don't know if I'm going to really push for elite and rivals. If you guys think it'll make me better and get better in champs, maybe we will do that, but that is going to be my target. How long that will last? I don't know, boys. That might be a dream that dies during the 40-hour charity stream when I'm 30 hours into getting smashed in rivals by stream sniper after stream sniper after stream sniper. But at least right now, this is what I'm doing. Okay? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm excited about. So let's move on. And really, the whole point is segueing into squad battles. If they made changes to squad battles, I might go back to playing high-level squad battles, because if you're not good at online gameplay, if you can beat squad battles 5-0 on Legendary and do that consistently against the top teams, it will make you better online. No joke. If you can play like a demon and beat Ultimate AI, 2, 3, 4-0, honestly, you will not have many problems online gameplay. To help make each match in squad battles feel more meaningful, we'll be reducing the number of matches that count towards your rank from 32 to 14. Okay, I think we're taking squad battles on at least for the first couple of months to try and build up the account. What do you guys think? 14 games? 14 games, boys. I think we play to our best capacity in squad battles as well. Of course, like previous years, you have the ability to continue making progress on objectives and evolutions after your 14 matches, with additional opponent refreshes that won't count towards your weekly rank. So basically what you want to do is try your hardest, get your best finish out of 14 wins, and then if you're getting bored of getting battered in rivals, trying to do your objectives, or you're getting battered, maybe there's no possibility to play friendlies for your objectives or your evos, you can then go back into squad battles and get a few of those things done within squad battles. I like that. I think I might make a commitment to trying. And it's only 2 squad battle games a day, so that's pretty chill. Wait, are they will not let you just get your games done whenever you want? Like, if let's say on Tuesday I've already qualified for champs and I'm not really ready to go into rivals, I can't play 5 or 6 games of squad battles on Tuesday? It's 2 a day? Oh, no, okay, so you mean it just averages to 2 a day. Oh, man, you freaked me out there. I was actually going to be pretty pissed there if they made you only be able to play 2 games a day competitively in squad battles. Okay, guys, you almost made me rage. I'm going to say that. Thank God I read the chat. Live friendlies. Before I read anything, EA Sports, this is meant to be the fun section of the game. I swear to God, if this is linked to your rivals rank, I will flip my shit. Your shared playground for squad experimentation. That's already huge. Once again, we're back in the summer where I swear to God, they make these pitch notes to make me excited.
And for 11 years straight, they make me want to erupt, and then we start playing the game, and it's trash. And none of this comes real and true. But once again, it feels like these pitch notes have been made for me. It really does. It really does. Now let's move on. In FC24, many highly skilled players found that Champions playoffs often created a low-stake environment for them to play in. This has always been the intent of live friendlies. This is a W. Turning playoffs and champs highly competitive, while then making friendlies not stupid competitive and friendly, will be a huge change. Matchmaking could have sometimes created overly competitive matches for top players. This also led to a lack of incentives for players to push to the highest possible rank in rivals, as their friendlies experience also got more competitive. They're speaking directly to me. And maybe you guys too, but I don't mean to be selfish. I can only talk for myself. They're speaking to me! When can creators play the game? I am like you, dude. I am the black sheep of the Ultimate Team community, according to EA. I am Satan incarnate. If they could send me into a black hole so that I would get squished into hamburger meat and would never speak again, EA would do it. So in terms of me and my stream, brother, I will be just like everyone else in the world. I will be playing the game on the 20th of September. We'll be doing our 10th annual 40-hour charity stream for cancer research, where we have raised $2 million for charity across 10 years. And EA will be busy rating every single content creator in the Ultimate Team category, except for us during our charity stream. So hopefully you're excited about that. If you want to watch a streamer that is treated like just any other human being on Earth, I would say my streams, NEP streams, Run the Fut Market streams, AA9 Skills' streams, the ones that EA really, really want to make sure that they don't give any support to are usually the ones that mirror, I guess, what you guys experience on a daily basis in Ultimate Team. So I will be playing on the 20th, just like everyone else, and I can't freaking wait. Let's move on. In FC25, making changes to matchmaking based on form, similar to the system found in Champs. This new system will take into account your wins and losses across all live friendlies, including house rules, to find a suitable opponent. So all I'm going to say here is, because the FIFA community are a bunch of rats, I love this. This is a great change. But will it be possible where dudes will just go into a game, quit, rack up a bunch of losses to then get a bunch of easy matchmaking? I hope that's not the case, because it's going to be so annoying when I load into a game and a guy just quits at a draw. Load into a game, quit at a draw. Load into a game, quit at a draw. And you're like, bro, I've achieved nothing, but these guys that I've came up against are jerk-offs, and they've got an advantage now because they've got a low win threshold. No, you can't do that. Okay, maybe I would assume it says that down the road here. Put another way, this means live friendlies matchmaking will no longer be linked to rivals divisions. Sweet Mother of God! It's important for the long-term health of the community that newer or lower skill players are finding good matchups, and they play online for the first time. To reduce the potential, well, here we are, my friends. Once again, feels like these pitch notes are written for Old Man 28T. To reduce potential for win form manipulation, only full match losses will count towards the way the form is calculated. This means that if a match ends before the full-time whistle is blown, the loss won't count towards your win form. This will help ensure a level playing field and that the whole community is able to find an appropriate matchup for their skill level. I'm not upset about that. So basically, if you batter someone, but they want the loss to count, think about this. There's so many W's here, I'm gonna erupt. I want to play now! Anyways, think about this. My brain is working. So, gonna get a lot less rage quits at 0-0 because people will want, it's just going to be pointless for them. So that's a huge W. But think about this too. If you're battering someone, it's a double-edged sword of positivity and W's. Okay, we're on this sword here, right? We're on this sword. Usually the sword is just fisting you in the butt, aka with EA's stupid choices in terms of matchmaking. Now, you're on a double-edged sword of positivity and possibilities. If you're battering someone, they're not going to quit because it's a waste of time, right? So that's a positive. They're going to stay in the game. If you're battering someone and you're winning by a good chunk of goals, that maybe it might be a little bit annoying, but the worst thing that will happen is that they put the controller down and you can maybe get a few more of your objectives done while securing the easy W. Or at 2 or 3-0 down, they do just quit And maybe they decide, after an early goal conceded, instead of fighting for the next God knows how long to take the loss anyways, they just move on. So there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of positives out of that. I actually can't think of any negatives. I think the worst thing that could come from this is people will just put their controller down. And yes, that is annoying because it will waste your time. But number one, whatever, EA might put accelerated matches in friendlies, so that's okay. I mean, the match should be a lot quicker than a champs match. And B, like I mentioned earlier, you can just maybe use that instead of being pissed that someone put their controller down or whatever, just take the W, that's a win, and make sure you try and get some of your objectives done, whether it's crosses or whatever, right? That's okay. I mean, friendlies is meant to be chill anyways. If I'm battering a guy and he puts his controller down, oh well, I'll just use it as a way to get some of my objectives done, or I'll sub on some players that I need for goals with Spaniards, or I'll sub on some players I need for assists with French players, right? So you use it in a positive way, which is great. It's important for the long-term health of the community. That's rich EA, but anyways, that newer or lower skill players are finding good matchups as they play online for the first. Oh no, we already read that, right? As a shared playground to experiment with different and unique squads, we'll be moving more objectives and evolution requirements into friendlies. I mean, I really will say this. I truly wish they moved Evos out of Rivals and Champs. I seriously believe that. I think having Evos, if you can do them in Rivals and in Champs if you want, but not exclusively there. I would say being able to do your Evos in squad battles and in friendlies, and let's say in Rivals is cool, but not being like, oh, this has to be done in Champs, right? Especially now with how hard Champs are to get into. But where for the majority of Evos, I think that's cool. It would again be pretty cool if they did some like exclusive, sick either look Evo, like card looks, or certain stat upgrades that are only specific to champs, because I do think that would be kind of nice. I really do think that would be kind of nice to do, right? Think about that, where if they do like win 4 games or whatever in champs and you turn this Evo into a champs look Evo, champs look card, right? It's beautiful. All right, seasons points. Do we care about that? We'll be removing season points, previously referred to as XP, from all weekly mode rewards, which we trialed. In FC25, we'll be exploring more ways to frequently deliver SP through themed content that connects back to the season theme. Evos! Here we go, boys. God. The best thing ever added to the game, but absolutely bottled by EA with the stupid requirements that they added throughout the game, so that I was stuck with an 84 Archie Gray that I could not upgrade for 7 fucking months. I turned my 64 Archie Gray to an 84 Archie Gray in September 2023, and it took 6 months of having that same card be used in my squad before I could upgrade him again. Because every stupid Evo that they came out with had 1 or 2 idiotic requirements that wouldn't let me upgrade him. So that's what I'm hoping. They're a little bit more loose with the upgrades, or for the love of God, let us remove a playstyle plus and input the current new playstyle plus. Please do not have it where, oh, there's a limit on your card of only 2 playstyle pluses. Just have us have the option of, hey, when you do this Evo, you need to understand that your 2 playstyle pluses will be removed for the new playstyle pluses. It would be a huge upgrade. Let's hope they do stuff like that. Let's read. Evolutions are one of the biggest additions we've made to Ultimate Team. In the last year's pitch notes, I discussed that evolutions at launch would look very different from how they'd look in the future, as we better understood what was and wasn't working for you. Early in FC24, it was obvious that whilst evolutions were helping you have a greater say over who is in your Ultimate Team, there's a number of frustrations as some players just missed out on evolutions eligibility. I'm gonna burst. My brain is gonna explode. This is, I swear to God, this is like if I were at EA and wanted to fix things. For real. Absolutely, absolutely for real. There are a number of frustrations of some players just missed out on chaining upgrades from one evolution to the next, or finding the perfect Evo for your favorite player was harder than we would have liked it to be.
To help it address this, in FC25, we're changing the way evolutions upgrade your players. In FC24, evolutions upgrades were applied equally across all players. For example, an evolution provided a +10 upgrade to pace, it would apply to the same upgrade to a maximum of 99. This created tuning challenges that will result in entry requirements being quite strict. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream with excitement, aren't I? Here, this is. Oh God, I'm gonna scream. In FC25, select evolution boosts will have maximum limits. Isn't that something I requested last year? Isn't it? Guys, I think they do watch our content. I think they do watch our content, man. I think they do watch our content. Amazing. So you might see an evolution that gives 10 upgrade pace to a maximum of 90 pace. In the old system, this Evo would have had an entry requirement of a maximum of 80 pace. I'm gonna freaking erupt! But with this new system, we could set the maximum to something much higher, or might not have a maximum at all. For example, if we set a maximum entry pace of 92 in the new system, you could compare the attribute upgrades in the following way. Starting pace of 80, final pace in FC24 90, final pace in FC25 90. Starting pace of 92 in FC24 would not be eligible. Final pace in FC25 would be 92. I think they did the math a little bit wrong here, but anyways. Starting pace of 85 in FC24 you couldn't upgrade. In FC25 you can. I love it. I love it. I still think this could have been done a little bit better. Once again, here, I think it should be not that it's not eligible, right? If you have a player that has 95 pace and there's an Evo, right, that gives them a boost up to 92 pace, instead of making the player uneligible, they should just get no pace upgrade within the Evo. But you can do the Evo if you're dumb enough because you want to change in the card look or you want that slight boost in shooting or whatever the case may be. Right? This is the one thing I think is a bit of a letdown that will still probably stop a good chunk of us, right? So for example, previously, if I had a Dan James here, let's say, right, on 90 pace, let's say, he would have been ineligible, right? Whereas now, maybe on 90 pace, he would have gone to 92 pace as a max type of thing, right? If you're really understanding what I'm saying here. What I would have liked to see happen, though, again, is if Dan James is 95 pace, instead of him being ineligible entirely, I just put him in and the game's like, well, he's not going to get a pace boost, but you'll get that little bit of a shooting boost type of thing. So you can truly upgrade the players that you want to be boosted within your team, and you're not sitting there thinking, oh, well, instead of Dan James in his 95 pace, I'll go do Willie Nanto in his 85 pace. I still want to have the ability to have an even different team than other people for the sake of being able to use that Dan James, right? That'll be coming in FC26. Anyways, we believe this change will help reduce the pressure of finding the right player item to put into an Evo with a greater range of players. I mean, this will give you a greater range of players, so that's great, right? Being able to maximize each Evo, which in turn will lead to a much broader range of evolutions seen in game, which again is awesome. I think it's a big W. I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited. In addition, in FC25, we're changing where you'll complete many of your evolutions to make sure we align with the purpose of each mode outlined above. We'll be reducing the number of Evo challenges that require champs and playoff and rivals engagement, and shifting many of those online gameplay requirements to live friendlies and rush. So again, I want to reiterate though, this does make things a little bit annoying, right? For the sole fact that if you are someone that main games rivals and champs, you can't also then throw in your Evos to upgrade them there while you're doing your grind anyways. You have to then go into live friendlies and rush to get those things done. So I do hope that where they give you the opportunity to do live friendlies and rush, there still is like in brackets or rivals and champs if you so choose, right? That would be sick. Icons. We're excited to add these new icons. I can't lie, guys. I don't want to be negative. I think this new set of icons sucks ass. I am not into, like, where's Zlatan, man? Where's some of the big dogs? Where's some of the, like, I don't know, the really big ones? Gareth Bale, I think, is going to be sick. Gigi Buffon is having, like, a goated new goalkeeper in there is cool. But everyone else, I just don't really, I don't have any real excitement for, man. I don't. I was going to make a tweet about that a few days back when EA announced it, but we'll just throw it into here, too. I'm not overly excited about any of this, if I'm completely honest, guys. Bale is a cool one.
Buffon's a cool one. Both will probably be pretty damn expensive. I just think they could have done a lot better. And FC25 will be expanding the way in which you're able to play with icons. In career mode, throughout the year, you'll be able to start your player career with a rotating selection of icons. Okay, whatevs. Heroes. In FC25, they've added a bunch of new heroes. So again, I actually think the addition of heroes is a W. As we all know, the starting ratings of heroes are diabolical. They're terrible for the most part. I mean, even Eden Hazard and Yaya Toure look really bad. But as the season progresses, they'll get better, right? Just like Wesley Schneider's base card wasn't that great, but my God, did Schneider have some really good cards down the road. So, and if they allow us to Evo them, then who cares? If you get lucky enough and pack a crappy Hazard, you now have a Hazard in your team. And because Evos have changed, you should, theoretically, have the ability to upgrade Hazard a little bit better downrange, which I think is really good. Item view, average transfer market price. So you get to see an average transfer market price. I think that's something that was available on the web app, right? I think. Comparing the value of your starting 11 with your mates and assessing what you just packed, we want this information to be easily accessible to you. We're introducing an average transfer market value for player items in the 5th player view. When looking at a player item, simply flick the right stick to the left and you'll find the price reference above the player's skill, moves, and weak foot. That's pretty sweet. Traditionally, fans have used a number of community sites to get up-to-date transfer prices. Oh, are EA taking shots at Futbin and a few other sites? We still expect these sites to remain the home of the most in-the-moment prices for players. Okay. Who love trading on the transfer market. The aim for the average market price, okay, so they're not. The aim for the average market price is to provide a convenient reference point for a wider range of fans versus delivering an exact minimum value. As a new feature, we'll be looking to review the tuning of the average transfer market prices based on your feedback. Okay, I don't mind that. I think that's kind of cool. You know, you pack something, and if you want to get an idea of how good it is, instead of looking at the market and flipping through 40 pages, you can just kind of look there. The question is will this be updated regularly, right? Or are we 4 months into the game going to be seeing Griezmann's gold card average price of 150K, whereas he's 15K right now, right? So this will once again be very cool for 2 reasons. If it's across all cards at all times, so you open a bronze pack and you just immediately see the average, you flip over in the bronze pack section, you see the average price of the players, and you can be like, oh, I'll list this guy and this guy real quick. That would be sick. I don't think they'll do that because that would be too efficient for grinders like me and you. So A, this update will be cool if that's the case. And B, this update will be cool if it is a live or semi-live average, right? We'll see. Why average price and not lowest price? I feel like because lowest prices will genuinely change by the millisecond, and that would be impossible to do. And probably would not be a fair representation, because let's say you flip over to Griezmann and his lowest price right now is 70K because someone listed him for 70K, but realistically 10 minutes later he's averaging 90 to 100K, then that kind of might even lose you money, right? Lose average players money. So I don't think it would really make sense doing the lowest possible price. I don't think necessarily average price is great either. Maybe the average lowest price would probably be best, because I think these cards will be skewed with people coin selling, right? Certain cards that are popular for people that flip coins and do all that dumb stuff might ruin the averages of these cards. But anyhow, multiple versions of players in packs. I hate this so much. Don't tell me they're bringing it back. Please just take it out. Since Ultimate Team 23, it's been possible to obtain multiple versions of the same player item in packs at the same time. Most commonly, you might have seen us use this with Icons Heroes in Golasso or during Ultimate Team Birthday. More recently with Fuddies, you might also have seen that in some batches, a single player featured multiple times. We want to clear up any confusion in our approach to this feature. Our aim is to create more opportunities to obtain diverse versions of your favorite players, although there might be multiple special versions of a single player in packs at once. When we add one or multiple special items, we remove their base, bronze, silver, gold version from packs. This ensures that you're always getting a special version of that player. There are obviously a number of ways to obtain campaign versions of player items. If a player item features as an objective or SPC reward, their base version will remain in packs. Okay, so no change there. Club membership. What the heck is this? Oh god, is this like paid crap? What is going on here? We're introducing a program called Club Members that will reward you for playing consecutive titles from launch. In FC25 Club members will get a series of exciting rewards throughout the course of FC25. Ultimate Team Roll++ Evolution.
Club member kits, club tifos, 3 Ultimate Team crests. After launch, club members will continue to receive rewards over the course. To be eligible, club members must have played FC24 before the 27th of September 2024 and played FC25 before November 1st. Okay, I don't think this is necessarily really that important anyways. I mean, do you guys remember all of us being baited into being an FC founder last year? And they literally pissed in our face with that whole exclusive be an FC founder. You'll get the FC founder badge on your account. Most of us didn't get it. My account says established 2022 or whatever it is instead of the FC founder. They gave us an Evo that they gave us for the first week and then waited till July to give us a terrible upgrade for. So stuff like this, I know I've just given EA a lot of compliments, but let's call them out on their stupid, like scummy way they screw over their customer base. Don't trust that this will be anything good. Okay, this is probably more so to just get you guys to play FC25 and to buy FC25 and continue to play FC24 for interactions and money, more so than rewarding your loyalty. I think that's fair to say. I do not trust anything EA says. I do not trust EA as far as I can throw them. And I'd like to think I'm decent in the gym, but I absolutely wouldn't be able to throw them more than probably a foot. So I don't trust any of this garbage. I really don't. Again, more along the lines of I'll believe this when I see it. If these things are good, I mean, either way, I play this game. It's part of my job. I earn a great income playing Ultimate Team, so I'm no matter what going to play every new Ultimate Team. But I will reserve judgment on whether or not this stuff is worthwhile for you guys once we start seeing them coming out. FC Founders, here we go, speaking of which, will also unlock customization rewards in 25, so that your friends and opponents will know you've been part of the FC franchise from the start. Founders can enjoy the club membership reward track, in which case you'll get rewards from both. Founders are players who played FC24 before November 1st, 2023. Again, I guess I'll believe it when I see it. EA Play membership. EA Play members will receive a series of monthly rewards with selection of Ultimate Team loan player items and draft tokens. Oh, that's kind of cool, I suppose. I mean, I'm a EA Play Pro member, which means I get FC25 for free, which, I mean, nothing in life is free, obviously, but preseason and Euro rewards. Preseason carryover earned in 24 will be available on the 10th of October. So I did a little bit of this on the RTG, so hopefully that works. For those UEFA 24 fans who completed the European journey, you'll also receive untradeable 82x2, Jesus Christ, starting on October 10th. That's so horrible. Anyways, all preseason European journey carryover rewards until you need to be redeemed within 1 month. Okay, so I mean, guys, I'm gonna say this. I am gonna say this. I think they've done a lot of good here. The updates to Evos I think are great. Again, it's how EA implement them into the game. I think the update for rewards are fantastic. I think the changes to live Friendlies matchmaking and hopefully rush matchmaking are hugely beneficial. So again, it feels like this is a big W. I've seen many people in my chat before I started checking this saying, oh my God, this is the worst updates ever. I feel like it's the worst updates ever if you just wanted to play champs and get meaningless, easy rewards. But for me, I find playing Ultimate Team to be too easy anyways through the years. And I really think these changes are going to add to the competitiveness of Ultimate Team where it needs to be competitive, i.e. in champs. And it's going to reduce and make, hopefully, certain parts of the game fun where you'd want it to be fun, i.e. in Rush and Friendlies. I'm obviously being very positive and, what would you call that? Overly optimistic about this stuff. But guys, I mean, we just spent 11 months having a lot of fun on FC24 Ultimate Team on the Poor Man Road to Glory, while also critiquing all the things EA did wrong. But fundamentally, even though FC24 was one of the worst gameplay, online, server, delay experiences I've ever seen, I still had a massive amount of fun, to the point where I played my Road to Glory all the way till the end of August, and then we retired at the end of August, as we do every year. So I'm excited for FC25. I'm obviously a little bit apprehensive about how EA themselves implement these good changes, in my opinion. I really hope that they do well with it. I really hope they bring out a lot more Evos. I really hope that they consistently update rewards. Specifically, I think a lot of you guys that have been watching my channel for a long time think the same as I do. Mainly, I really hope EA work on the servers,
the gameplay so that there's no delay and forced input delay via the server lag and via the new animations that cause players to play slow. I'm really hoping EA works on adjusting the in-game broken metas. Please God, do not let us have to play against 4-3-2-1, R1 byline, L1 R1 spam, glitch mechanics, high press, 100 depth garbage mechanics for 10 months. Like, these are the things that really, all of these changes are great, but if we all go into FC25 online gameplay and it's just like a 3-5-2 is the broken high press meta all year and it's 10 months of just everyone running 3-5-2, that will also suck. Doesn't matter what they do. So as much as this stuff is promising, I guess I should probably be doing this because the camera's flipped, but as much as all this stuff is very promising, it really, as always, fundamentally comes down to gameplay, server, and meta experience from EA Sports, and I hope it's a good one. I really do.